I'm having to be out for a IEP meeting for a student. Yesterday, you guys did not do what I would expect you to do when I am out. Specifically had a video right here that should have been played. I don't care who's sitting in this chair when I'm not here. You guys know my expectations. You know that I am super planned and I have everything that you need to be successful. And too many of you chose to make poor choices. If you do not do what I have asked you to do today, you will be written up with a referral. Is that understood? So today, you are going to go to your 2 files that we already saved into our documents. You are looking for the Word document that is a virtual look at Moldova and the virtual field trip template. We are not spending quality time or wasting any time to get this accomplished. So make sure you have these documents open and you are following along with my instructions. Pause the video if needed so that everybody can get these documents. Everybody should have your documents. You have this open. So here in our document, we are talking about Moldova, a country in Europe. Everybody take a moment to read this box right here that gives you a basic description of Moldova. All right, now you are going to go to your PowerPoint presentation. We're going to be moving slides around as we want to use them. So the first slide is your beginning slide. Highlight this area right here and go change this to reflect the data that we have here. So we are talking about Moldova. You should change your title to reflect something about Moldova. Okay, so go change that 30 seconds. Next, change this right here. It is a basic statement that told what this project was about. It was about a virtual field trip. So now you have to change this to show what we are going to be addressing in regards to Moldova. So if you need to see our graphic organizer, what are we talking about in this graphic organizer? You have 30 seconds to put a new statement in this box right here. All right, now we are ready to change this image. This image is not a Moldovan image, therefore we must change it. Go to a Google browser or a browser and open up your option for Google search. Type in Moldova. When that comes up, choose images. Find a picture that highlights Moldovan physical features. Right-click on the picture and choose to save the image as. Save it into your files at whatever picture you would like. Click on the picture. Notice the white dots all around the picture. Right-click inside of your image and choose the Change Picture option. Under Change Picture, we placed it in our Pictures file, so choose From a File. Here, I titled it Moldova 7, so I'm going to come and take this image and open it. stretch just a little to fit my page. Okay, so I have added a new title. I have added a new description about what this presentation is about, and I've added a new image. If you don't like the way your image looks, simply change your picture, and you can easily go in and change it to fit whatever it is that you want to be there. Okay, some of these pictures, when you have to stretch them, it distorts the view of the picture. All right, so the second page is actually the direction page, and I'm walking you through this, so you don't really need that. I'm sliding it down to the bottom, and eventually we will delete all the slides that we do not use in our presentation. So the next slide is a title slide, but it has the 3 images here. So I think that's better suited for when we actually start talking about our physical features. And if you look at our graphic organizer, you'll see that before we talk about physical features, we still have to tell everybody that Moldova's in Europe and highlight the description that you just read. Okay, so let's see what we could do here. Now, this is a nice page for just an image. So if you wanted to put this page here and just put a picture of Moldova, you could come in and just title it Moldova and then take this away and then go back to your images and see if you find something that shows the landforms, the way the earth looks in Moldova, because that's what the focus of this particular presentation is. So as I scan through, I see a really pretty picture here. So I'm going to save image as. I'm going to put it in my pictures. And then I'm going to go to my presentation. I'm going to right click. So dots first, make sure your dots are there. I'm going to right click and change the picture. And I'm going to go from my file. And I titled that Moldova 9. So I'm going to grab it and open it. And now I have this picture in here. And I don't want that text box to show up, so I'll just cut it. Okay, just get the dots there. Okay, so Moldova and just a picture. So far we have a image of Moldova. You had a Moldova title of some sort and a description of what this presentation is. Then we added a picture of Moldova. Not quite ready for the physical features yet. So we need to decide, how do we want to talk about Moldova? So we have this page right here that has information on one side and an image. You have picture in the middle, information on either side. You have a video. You have information on the left, picture on the right. So I would either choose this one or this one myself because it already has the bullets. So I'm going to drag this one up to the next place in line. And we're about to tell you about Moldova. So think about what you could title that. We don't want to just keep saying Moldova. We're about to give you some facts about Moldova. So what could you change this to show that you're doing facts about Moldova, getting to know Moldova, all about Moldova, something like that. And then using your content from here, go back and reread what it talked about and decide what information you think we need to know. Okay. So it's located between the Ukraine and Romania, okay? But you're going to change all of these bullets to reflect information that's from here. Do I want you to just go and copy and paste my information? No. Put it in your words. Read the information, then decide which of these do you believe needs to be representative of your Moldovan information. Okay, so I would expect that you have at least 4 because there are several listed there. Okay, so make sure that you go in and fill in these informations. Pause the video for 3 to 5 minutes to complete this task if needed. Now you're ready to change your picture. Okay, so what did you say here that relates to here? So in one of my facts, I probably would tell you about Moldova's wine industry or wine country. You can see right here. Oops. I didn't mean that. They have a big wine industry with lots of vineyards, so that would definitely shape the landform. So I'm going to come in and probably find a picture like this that shows the vineyards. Save image as, and I'm just going to put it in my files. And then I'm going to come back to my PowerPoint presentation, white dots all around, right click it, change picture from my file, and Moldova 10 was the one I just did. So now I have a picture of a vineyard. Now, personally, I don't like how it leaves it like that, and I don't want to change this picture. So I'm going to actually go in and insert a shape, which is a line, and I'm going to connect it from here to here. And I'm going to change the thickness of my line so that it's closer to what's there. And then I'm also going to change the color of my line. So now I have that white line all around. That makes me feel better. And I may actually make my picture just a little bit smaller. Okay, so let's review what we have. You should have your title page where you put a title here and you told what this presentation's about. We did a picture page of just Moldova's landscape. Then we are doing getting to know Moldova based on the facts that are in our description of Moldova. Now we are coming back to see what are we ready for landforms yet. Have we done all parts of our graphic organizer? We have it told that it's in Europe or shown that via map. So let's do that next. Come back to your presentation. Decide which one of these, this is a video, would look best with a map. So I'm going to actually slide this one up into place, and we're going to change this. We're no longer doing first important location in your visit. Maybe you can say visit Moldova, Europe. Not liking how that's looking right there, so I'm going to enter that. Okay, and then we can say, as we saw in our notes, a country in southeastern Europe. Okay, then that allows me to come in over here and add a map. And I know that I already have a map because I've saved them already, but you might need to go to your Google search and search a map. And I'm going to try to pull one up from my pictures. Let's see. All right, that didn't work for me. So come up here and type Moldova map. And then that comes up. I personally want a map that shows Moldova in Europe, not just the outline of Moldova. So when it comes up, I'm looking for something that kind of has a pulled out view like this one right here I like. So save your image. Okay. So I've saved it. Now I'm going to come into my PowerPoint. I'm going to click it. I'm going to click it and I'm going to change the picture so that I can change this to a map of Moldova. I did Moldova 11. I'm going to open that and it looks like I have a picture over it, so I got to cut it out. And I got some kind of box over it, so I'm going to also click on that to cut it out. Okay, so I had to do a couple of things to get that looking the way I wanted it to. Okay, so just adjust it so that now you have your map. Okay, so that means we are ready to go to our physical features. We've done everything else on our graphic organizer. Now we need to go to our physical features. So we're going to actually go to Google Earth. So if you have a Google Earth account, you're going to get logged into Google Earth through your account. If you do not have a Google Earth account, I have 2 teacher accounts up on the board, mrs.stephanieprandy2@gmail with password KennedyMS2 or mrs.stephanieprandy3@gmail.com with KennedyMS3 as the password. So you can log in using one of those so that you have full features. So everybody get logged into Google Earth. If you need to verify on your phone, you may take your phone out to verify and then log it back off and put it up once you have completed the verification. So stop the video for 3 to 5 minutes to get logged into Google Earth. Now that everybody is on Google Earth, you should see that you're signed in here. We are going to be going to projects. Choose a project, and up at the top, choose New Project. We are creating a project in Google Drive. So once you choose Google Drive, it brings up an untitled project. Choose the pencil out here so we can change that. This is not entitled. This is about Moldova. So title your project. Now we want to add a description so that if somebody's searching for projects, they'll see this description so they'll know what this is about. This is all about, or it's really not all about a few physical features in Moldova. Okay, so we did a project title. This saves in real time. You can see it saying auto saved, so it's saving, and then we just described it as a few physical features in Moldova. So now we're ready for our first feature. I like to start at Kennedy Middle School, and you can see it's already come up here in mine. If yours doesn't have that, then type in mini B Kennedy Middle School. So I'm going to choose Kennedy Middle, and I'm going to add that to my project as our starting place. So it comes up, it shows the title, and it shows where it's located. So I'm going to press save. Okay, so mini B comes up. If I wanted to go in and change the pictures or any information about Kennedy Middle, I could do that here. If I want to change that to the heart because we love our school, I could come in and change it to the heart, and I change my color to blue. All right, so that is Kennedy Middle. Now we're going to go back out to our project where we are. So now you can see Kennedy's there. We're going to do a new feature. We're going to search. So we need to go to our graphic organizer and see what we have. So we have the Dniester River. So go ahead and copy that so that then you can come back to your Google Earth, search, see where mini B is up here at the top, put that in there. And so this is a river. This is river in Moldova. So even if you just press enter, so it takes you to the Dniester River in Europe. All right, so we're going to add that to our project. It is called Dniester River. It's in Moldova. So we're going to save it. So now we have mini B, and then we have Dniester River. We are going to go in and modify this one. So choose to edit. So we are not using what Google gives us because we have collected information in our research, and that's what I expect you to use. So the information here, you need to put this in your words and put it in complete sentences in your project. Okay, so I'm coming to Google Earth, and I'm going to choose replace. Now, once I replace, here's my text box. I can look at my graphic organizer and see that it contributes to vineyards and orchards in the river valley. So that tells me that the water is used. Water from river is used to irrigate the crops, vineyards, and orchards near the river. Okay, so that's one of the things that it said. And I'll go back. Okay, there is frequent flooding that can cause damage. They also use the river to carry logs in the lumber industry. Okay, floods and can cause damage to nearby areas. And then the last thing that I found in my research was that it has fish hatcheries or like little fish farms. So I can go back to my Google Earth and talk about I forgot what they were, sturgeon and whitefish, and I'm going to put pike. I didn't put them all, but okay. Or I could have put and others there. Okay, so I put my information. Now we're going to come up here to our camera. We're going to go search some images. So we need actually I think we have it copied, so we can just paste it there and search it and see what comes up. We definitely need a map. Okay, so maybe you want this one, select it. Okay, so that shows the Moldova, the river. And then maybe you want to snag a couple of pictures of the river. Oh, that's a good picture. Just kind of look through and see what you feel like is a good picture for you to show the river. Okay. And then lastly, we're going to go and look to see, can we find any good videos? Okay, so I'm going to search the video, see what it comes up. Remember, our criteria is less than 3 minutes and it's school appropriate. So I'm just kind of reviewing what some of them say. Bridges, Denister River and Black Sea, 1 minute. So you could try it and see. So basically that's what you have to do, is you have to decide if it's worth it, and then you try it by testing it. So I might try this little 1 minute one that I saw and see what's there. Okay, so I chose it. Now I'm going to go in my preview mode, and in my preview mode I should see all the notes that I put about the Denister River, and then I should have my pictures here, and then I can scroll through on my pictures. I'm having to use the opposite side because it's covered. Okay, so I can scroll through, and then here's my video. So my video will come up and I can watch it to see if this is what I want. So it looks like somebody's actually in a boat traveling. It has music in the background. So honestly, I think that's pretty boring because it's literally just showing the river from the boat view, and you're just seeing some water splash up. So I actually would not like that one, so I just deleted it. So I could go back to the camera and decide if there's a different one that I want to try. And I can just tell you from previous periods that I tried the bridge one, it was boring. And we just tried that Denister River in the Black Sea. I did do one with the drone. This one right here with the drone. It's actually a pretty good video. The only thing I would say is it's 3 minutes of song, you know, just somebody playing and the drone showing you the way the river winds. But it is a good video. So I'm going to go ahead and add that one. I'm going to change this. This is going to be like one of our stopping points. So let's see. I think I'll just choose the star, and then I'm going to change it to a different color. And so there's my second place. All right, now you can scroll in on your 2D or your 3D and capture images or views if you want. That's up to you. Okay, so I'm going to go back out. Now you can see we have where our starting spot and our first one. Okay, so then I go back to my document, and I will tell you that we tried to look up the reservoir of this Tarasilia, and we didn't find good information on it, but you're welcome to try it. We did highlight this one, and we were able to find good information for this one. We were not able to find the Trinca George, and nobody has gotten to the Bicaz Canyon yet. So here, I'm coming here, Control C to copy. Then I'm coming to new feature. I'm going to search a place. I'm going to go where it's highlighted, Control V, and you can see that's coming up. So I choose it, and that takes us to this old or high. And so you can go in and, if you want to take a closer look, to capture some images. Okay, so I'm going to add that to the project. It is in my Moldova project. Choose Save. Now I have to come and edit. Okay, so I'm editing this. Again, we are going to replace the features that are here. Okay, so that I can find my own. I'm going to come back to my search, and I can paste this here and go find me some images. I would like a map. Okay, this actually does have some good caves, and if you look at my information here about this, you'll see that it's on the Rot River. It was a National Defense Center. There's monasteries in the caves, so probably want to show the caves in some way. And then it just says it provides a getaway for a busy lifestyle. Okay, so come back to your Google Earth, look for some other pictures. So you could get one here with the river, because it told us that it was along the river. And then see if you can find one with a map. And if not, then maybe you need to search and change your search so that it has a map here. See what comes up if we do that. Okay, so that gave us some options with a map. So I can select a map. Okay, now I can come into YouTube and see if I can find a video to go along with it. So this one's 4 minutes. This one's 2 minutes, but it's hard to tell what it's about because it's in a different language. So scroll through, see if you see anything that this was somebody visited there, so you could try it. It's 2 minutes showing their visit. So again, you would go into your preview and you would find the video. You would play it in its entirety. So it sounds like some music. I'm not going to play the whole video in its entirety, but you would need to play the whole video in its entirety. Okay, so we have done some images. I found a video. Now we need to come in and look at what text we had put and change that in here. So it's located on the Rot River. Okay, it is home to many monks who use the caves as monasteries. Okay, check your spelling. There you go, monasteries. All right, then go back and see what else do you need to say. You need to talk about that it was once a National Defense Center, and today it provides a getaway from people's busy lifestyles, so just an attraction. All right, so now when we go back to our Google Earth page, we will now see that we have our starting place. We have the Dinister River, and then we have the Old or High, and then you would simply go in and check the next one. So we've got Bicaz Canyon. So choose that. I copied it. Go in, choose a new feature and search, and then Control V. And that says in Romania, which borders it. So we can see if we have Moldova there. And nothing seems to be coming up. And that says the Eastern Carpathians in Romania. So again, this right here is helpful because now it's kind of showing that You know, we didn't really, this really isn't in Moldova. It's right outside in Romania. So we would need to make sure that we note that. But look at all the trees there. What a beautiful image that is. So let's go ahead and add that, but we need to make sure that we notate that in our information. When we talk about this here, we need to make sure that when we replace it and talk about how that place is not exactly in Moldova. It's on the border of Moldova and Romania. Okay, so get as much of this done as you can today, and then we'll finish it up tomorrow so that then you can begin your own project. All right.